Where does the Star Wars galaxy go from here? It's over. Who cares anymore? No, really, who cares? Like, they ruined it. They killed it. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube harpy. We're ripping into this Wired magazine. Why do I say we? You can probably hear the rustling in the background. It's just boom. That's the wrong one. Who are you? Why are you here?
No, I'm Rob Robot Shlomo, and I'm just here to see Bat Lesbians.
Oh, I can do that. There they are.
Oh yeah.
The giggities.
Ooh, giggity goo.
I've got the Bat Lesbians on there, but what about the Trills?
Ooh, yeah.
That's even better.
That's what Daddy likes.
All right, you're creeping me out now. Let's complain about Star Wars. What the crap, Star Wars? Come on, really? Where does Star Wars go from here?
they just can't leave it alone, can they?
No.
See, it's 2 years. It's 2.5 years since The Last Jedi, and you're right. It's over. That's it. It's done. You've killed the golden goose. The golden goose became a dodo. It's extinct.
They did everything in their power to do the worst thing in their power, which was divide the fandom. And we keep seeing this in all of pop culture and everything. The division of everything. And you know what? Here, I can look into my crystal ball. Where does Star Wars go in the future? Baby Yoda, and then they're gonna get sick of Baby Yoda, and then you're gonna have a turd on you. You're gonna have a big.
And they're gonna try with this Leslie Headland thing, and that's gonna bomb spick.
That's never gonna happen. No, that's never gonna happen. Who's making anything right now?
There's just gonna be what's a bigger bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, or Leslie Headland's Star Wars series?
Star Wars.
Well, I don't know now. I don't know if this man's name is on the lookout for on the YouTube thing. So I'm gonna have to change his name. Stucky Yates, host of the talk show The Stucky Yates Report, is a lifelong fan of science fiction, whose favorite films include Contact, The Matrix, and Total Recall. I call him Stucky Yates because I don't know. But the Star Wars franchise has always held a special place in his heart. Pretty much every Halloween, I'm going as a Star Wars character, Yates said in episode 416 of the Geek's Guide to the Galaxy podcast. I don't remember the last Halloween that I didn't. I was Kylo Ren this year. I was Obi-Wan last year. I think I was Anakin before that.
Kylo. Little Kylo?
Yeah. Little Kylo. Little Raylo.
Little emo Kylo. You're evil Kylo. You hate Star Wars. Where are we?
However, Yates was very disappointed with the most recent Star Wars trilogy, particularly its middle installment, The Last Jedi. They didn't even write the 3 stories out, so each director sort of had their own crack at it, he says.
Oh, shit.
So J.J. Abrams writes something for The Force Awakens. Ryan Roundhead, Sir House of Ruin Johnson, basically completely aborted it in The Last Jedi. God.
No.
And then they bring back JJ, and he has to just fix the whole thing. And that's why The Rise of Skywalker is, even though it was fine, it felt like a race. There was never a moment to breathe in it, just because he's trying to patch the ship before it sinks. Yates is hardly alone in feeling that Star Wars is off track. The fan base is highly fractured.
How old is this article?
Yeah. What was that?
5/30/2020. This just came out. It looks like 38. There's not a 38th day in May. So this just came out yesterday. Really? You're still...
Yeah. It says, many of the recent directors seem dispirited. In a way, you can feel there's a certain death of Star Wars right now, Yates says. I'm sort of just beat with these things. Even The Mandalorian, I liked. Even The Mandalorian. I liked The Mandalorian, but I didn't think it was great. Well, that's all of us. But here's the thing.
I didn't like The Mandalorian, but I like Baby Yoda. Because he's so cute. Look at his face. Look at this Baby Yoda face. He's so cute. You can't see it. I'm holding the Baby Yoda doll.
I can't see it, but he is adorable. He is totes adorbs.
Look at his Look at his eye. Look at his eyes. He's like, I'm cute. You love me. I'm cute. Yes, I do, Baby Yoda. You are cute.
Do the magic hand wave thing.
There he goes. He's gonna do the magic hand wavy. Here he goes. Ah, there he goes. Wave. Hi.
I'm out of ideas.
He's so cute.
Anyway, he says he still has hopes that Star Wars can be saved by drawing on the talents of the passionate community of YouTube creators. The fans do really care about these things, he says, and they don't have all the tech and all the money and the big budgets to pull it off perfectly.
Oh,
but
who said we should make it ourselves, though? It was somebody from Star Wars. Oh, you should just go make your own. Yeah, I have the licensing rights to do so.
Yeah. Some of these real because giant corporations, I don't know if they can handle stories anymore. It talks about Revenge of the Sith. Every time you have an emotional moment, they take it away from you. You think Chewie dies in that crash. That Rey causes the crash by using Force lightning. What a powerful moment. They killed Chewie, who everyone loves, and it was done by Rey. And it's the first time you've seen her use Force lightning. It's a powerful thing. Then what they do 2 minutes? What do they do 2 minutes later? You find out he's alive. C-3PO. With the memory loss that's killing C-3PO. That's pretty powerful. What did he do 5 minutes later? He gets some of his memories back.
Yeah, they didn't even have the balls to go through. It's the same thing with Star Trek, where they didn't have the balls to actually go through the baby head. You know, this is something where they are so afraid. And this is why I keep saying, and this kind of relates to Star Trek Discovery too, where they're so afraid to give any consequence to any character because somebody might or to give any flaw to any character that is not ultimately rewarded in the end. Look at Michael Burnham. She is constantly rewarded for every stupid ass thing she does, and she's treated like a fucking fragile little Fabergé egg, you know, with seriously. She started right. Same thing with little Barry Raysu Palpatine. She is a Palpatine, and she is just given the keys to the castle. Literally, she took Luke's house. And his lightsaber. So his you know what his lightsaber stands for in Hollywood. Come on, you don't have to be Freud to figure that one out.
It's like the Sam Kinison joke. And he says, he goes, it's a good thing you're connected because as soon as you got married, like, you're married now, you won't need that anymore. But anyway, here's the thing. It's more important than just stories. Robert Meyer Burnett was talking about building relationships. You have to, and the reason why, you know why Netflix is so successful? Because it builds relationships with users. And what's been Star Wars been trying to do? Trying to destroy those relationships.
Yeah, they've been trying to say, we don't need you as a fan. And the whole mentality of that, the Brie Larson going back to,
I do not need a 40-year-old.
Shut up, Brie. I don't need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what to, all that crap. It's the same mentality. It's the same BS. It's the same. We don't need you. Or you're entitled if you complain. Oh, you're entitled fans. We worked really hard on this, and you just complain because you're just entitled. Yeah, you know what? You're not entitled to, Hollywood. My money. You're not entitled to my money. I'm a consumer advocate, and you know what? Treat us a little bit better, or we won't pay you anymore. And that's where Star Wars goes from here. Treat us a little bit better. Give us a better product, and we will. Like I said, I will buy every Baby Yoda because I absolutely love Baby Yoda. This is exactly what I wanted. I want something cute. I wanted a cute toy that I could have in the Star Wars universe. That's why I liked Porgs, and I can't stand what Rian Johnson did, but I like the Porgs.
Do you know why I bought Marvel Comics all those years? It's because they had built a relationship. They said to me, hey, we like having you as a fan. We want you to be a fan. We want you. And it wasn't me specifically, it was the figurative, but I really did feel like they were keyed in to what I wanted as a fan. And they gave me great stories. And same thing with George Lucas. George Lucas knew, it wore on him, but he never once said, you know what, I don't want you as a fan. I'm going to tell you, no. He says this is, like I said, you build relationships, and that's what's they killed the golden goose because they don't know how to Kathleen Kennedy doesn't know how to build relationships.
It's not even that. It's like this whole entire culture. You know, we were going to do a video on this Heather Antos thing. I think we can just sneak it into this one just for a couple minutes here. And now Heather Antos was crying on Twitter today. And if you know anything about her, she's worked as a publisher for comic books. She's worked for what, Marvel?
She's worked for Marvel, Valiant, Image. She's had a great career failing upward.
Yeah, a great career failing upward, basically going out of her way to claim that America has the worst fans. We're not the go-between. We're not your customer service reps as creators. And that's not true. If you're representing your brand and your product, and you have this nasty divisionist attitude where they don't want your money, then you know what? It's going to turn around and bite you in the butt, and it's going to come back to you, right? It's going to come right back to you, and then she's going to be like, since posting about all this stuff, I've lost all these followers, bye, bye, bye. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, I don't follow people who destroy their industries with their bullshit hate-mongering divisionist fucking crap anyway, so you didn't lose me as a follower. I'll poke you. And this is the same goddamn, and we'll go back to Star Wars here. This is the same crap, though, is that they have this whole culture. It's all the same stuff. They all have the same culture of this mentality of employees and creators against the fans, right? How can we get, if we don't want you, you're just a this or that. You're a made up whatever thing that they think you are, that is an excuse for you not to buy their product that they can live with themselves on, whether you are that thing or not. And in my experience, 99% of the people that get called names from these product suppliers basically are not any of that stuff.
My buddy Dave Sheehan said that this kind of behavior would get you fired from any other job. And that's what we're looking at. I mean, like, she's in a place where she could pretty much just extort. Extort's a hard word. She can just,
they're extorting, like with Star Wars, they extort nostalgia dollars.
Yeah, they extort nostalgia dollars.
They play on your nostalgia. They market it as, spend the, look, there's some old familiar faces on Star Wars, and then they bait and switch you and they change it out.
But she has a built-in excuse now. Oh, because people don't buy my book. Well, you're just sexist. You're just racist. You're this. You're that. You're you're a phobe. Oh, it's not my fault. It's everybody else's fault but mine.
Yeah, and that's the same attitudes with Kathleen Kennedy and a lot of the people who work for Lucasfilm. And we see this echoed throughout the entertainment industry, especially geek culture that is now trying to make known that they have this message of diversity and inclusion and all this stuff, except when you're somebody who thinks or is presumed to think differently, right? Or you're associated with somebody who thinks differently.
And I hate saying it, but Heather Antos is not a very smart person.
Oh, no. That's why she keeps getting owned on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, she had that
That's
tweet,
the wrong thing.
actually.
Oh, same thing with this guy. The Deadly Class creator says he wants some people who voted a certain way to stop buying his comic book. It's a comic book. What the crap are you selling? Seriously, you're selling a comic book to teenagers and kids, right? And Star Wars. You're selling this stuff to you're supposed to sell this to everybody. It's supposed to be G-rated or PG-rated enough so that kids can watch it, and fun enough and entertaining and engaging so that their parents can watch it and not be bored. It's not just for kids. It's not just for adults. It's for everybody.
Dave Chappelle said one time, you said that sketch on his show called When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. He says, listen, people say to me, Dave, you keep it real. He goes, let me tell you, I keep it real, but you got to pick your spots, okay? That's the whole thing. Heather Antos, the other guy,
Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, Star Wars, J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson.
They don't know how to pick their spots. Yeah, nobody's saying you can't have your opinions. However, know when and where to express them. If you go on CNN, okay, and they ask you about, okay, that's the time and place.
If they're asking you, hey, what's your opinion on this politics ball issue or whatever, then yeah. But when you're just kind of going at your customer base because you perceive to disagree with them. And I'm stressing the word perceive. You believe in your heart that you disagree with them. And guess what? I got news for a lot of these people. Nobody likes judging people based on the color of their skin. Nobody, at least nobody I've ever come across in my fucking lifetime, except some of these assholes like the Heather Antoses and those sort of people. But you know, what do I know? I just yell about Star Wars and Star Trek on YouTube, right?
Well, she had one of the most idiotic tweets I've ever seen, and
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I've been blocked. It
Me
says,
too.
He goes, ever wonder how World War II started? We're in it. I'm like, when Germany invaded Poland. That would be my answer.
Oh, I answered that one. Where is it?
There's no wondering, honey. I mean, that's how it started. Germany invaded Poland. Germany marched into the Sudetenland, and then they rolled into France.
Do you want to know how I responded to that? I said, yeah, add the Salem witch hunts and the McCarthy era bullshit. That's what sparked a lot of this. But you people drumming people out of industries because they might be a little more conservative than you, or you think they are. And guess what? That's what happened with Star Wars, too, and Star Trek, and all of these properties. You know, all of these properties just decided that they were better than you because they decided you were a certain way. Whether you are or not, who cares, right? It's why is it up to them to be deciding who these properties are for? Oh, we don't want you as a customer. Howard Stern did this shit too. Howard Stern said that too, and I know you're I'm a long time fucking Howard Stern fan. I haven't listened to him in a long time.
Still love Howard.
I know, and I disagree with a lot. Like I can still listen to Patton Oswalt's old stand up, even though I can't stand what he fucking said about James Rolfe, calling him a misogynist for not wanting to review Ghostbusters 2016, right? And I still have a hate boner to fucking call out that little son of a bitch for it, but I still really love a lot of his other work, and I respect him because he's a fucking music geek, and he was funny, and he used to be pretty damn intelligent. I know people just think I come out here on the camera and I just like want to pick at these people, and I just like no.
Listen, like they're people just like you and I. They're gonna have opinions you agree with. They're gonna have opinions you disagree with. But what we're just saying is, pick your spots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them and they all smell, you know? Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, there's no difference between you and the crazy relative who shows up every Thanksgiving and tries to corner you for 2 hours trying to talk to you about foreign policy when they've read one book.
Or religion. You know what I've been saying this for a couple of days now. The satanic panic was just replaced with racism. No. It's the same fucking shit, just different day. It's the same mentality. It's the same NPC sheep fucking culture of people who just go blindly and follow and recite back this bullshit, and they don't even understand what it means, and they think that they're doing it because they're righteous. And I always say that people's hearts in the right place, but their heads up their own ass. So that's what's wrong with Star Wars. We've rambled about this long enough. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Who are you? Are you canceled?
I'm confused. That's who I am.
I'm disappointed, and I need.
Who are you?
I'm somebody who needs to take advantage of what's legal in Colorado. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.